What's up, nerds? We're your hosts this week. I'm Jake.
And I am Chad.
This week we are sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
We are also sponsored by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce.
This week we're going to be talking a little bit about episode 3 of Titans, season 4 on HBO Max.
We also will be talking we'll also be talking a little bit more about our honorable mentions, which we do at the end of our episodes lately. But we're gonna do a little bit of a deeper dive this week into those. So yeah, let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd podcast.
Nerd. Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. So, Jake, how was your week this whole week?
My week's been pretty good. Sorry for the cough into the microphone there. My week's been pretty good.
Rude.
This past week I got approved for my loan to buy this house, which me and Nicole absolutely love this house. So that's amazing.
Just not the
Um,
sink.
the sink is a problem. It's an ongoing problem. Yeah, it's where I have until May to buy this house. So hopefully we can get them to fucking do something about it. We'll see. That's our other podcast. Shit that bothers us. What really grinds my gears? Uh,
When I can't find the droids I'm looking for. Yeah, that grinds my gears too. Sorry.
by the time this episode comes out, it will be the day before Colonizer Day. So, congratulations, white people. You raped and murdered a bunch of people in America. Here we are.
I
And the
mean, you're
only
not
other
wrong. I can't say anything about it.
and the other cool thing that happened to me this week is Tom Welling. And if you don't know who Tom Welling is, he played Clark Kent, aka Superman, on the show Smallville. He also played a bunch of other roles and is currently playing um, Samuel, the Winchester's grandfather on Supernatural,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. So,
And his show,
anyway,
the producer,
yeah. And if
with
you know
Brendan
if
Fraser.
if you're close to me, you know that I am Smallville is my favorite show. I've watched the show probably like 10 to 15 times from start to finish.
Just right over
Yeah.
your left shoulder.
Yeah. Michael Rosenbaum?
And
I
Tom
mean,
Welling's in the background.
huh?
And Tom Welling's in the background there
Where? What?
of the Michael Rosenbaum picture.
Oh yeah, he's right there. Hey Tom, give you a little tickle. Uh
Woohoo!
but he signed an autograph for me today or yesterday. And he gave me a shout out, which was pretty cool. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge Superman fan. It's my favorite superhero. And yeah, it was a big deal. I literally I sent it to Chad and I was like, dude.
He
Yeah.
literally recorded a video of another phone that he was watching the live stream of the signing on. And then when his name was shouted out, he's like, "That's me!"
Yeah.
It's up on our Instagram if you guys want to see it.
Yeah.
At
It's
All
fucking
Things Nerd
cool.
Pod.
Fucking cool. How was your
It
week,
is really
Chad?
cool. My week was fine. It was pretty chill up until this weekend, I guess. Had D&D again this past Saturday. That's our main campaign. We do like a side campaign where you get to like try out new characters and they're like one-off stories or whatever. And after each week of that, I'm like, man, I love this type of character. I want to do this for the next campaign. And then we play the main campaign and I'm like, I fucking love my character. Like, it's terrible. But it's actually really fun. And then also I bought a new emulator for guitar amps for my computer. For those of you that don't know, I also play guitar. That's not just there for fun.
Show the rest of them. Show the rest of them.
Then ukulele. I have a hollow body, a bass guitar, a really cool like bluesy guitar, and then an SG. If you were an emo kid and screamo and hardcore kid, you know all about the SGs.
He's a total poser. He actually can't play any of them.
I don't. I'm really
I'm
bad at
just
all
kidding.
music.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No. But so I got a new program so I can like emulate. There's more amps than I will ever touch in this program, which is pretty cool. So I played around with that a lot the past day or so. It was a good time. As you can probably tell, there's a lot of light around us if you're watching this instead of shadows and stuff like that. We are recording a little bit earlier in the day because we want to watch the Vikings play today, and they play a little bit later. So we're doing this beforehand. We're hoping to keep that winning streak going and go 9-1, which will be the first time, I don't know, in 1,000 years.
Since high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Since Brett Favre was our quarterback, I think would be the last time that we had a record this good. Right?
I think
Am I
before
right?
Brett Favre, because the last time that they were 7-1, I was still in high school. That was 13 years ago.
We're 8-1 right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember the last time that they were 8-1.
Although Vegas has, we have to talk about this a little bit because we're both from Minnesota, and if you guys don't like it, fuck off. But
Deal with it.
yeah, just SDs about it. The Vegas actually has this. If you were to put bets on this, Vegas has Dallas beating us as the upset.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a home game, so we're playing here. So I'm surprised that Vegas would be like, "Oh, we're gonna lose at the Viking Stadium for And now I'm gonna sound dumb if I say, obviously Cowboys kind of suck. And if they beat us, then now I'm gonna have egg on my face. But
Yeah. I'm trying to see when the last time. It doesn't say anything about the last time that they were 8-1.
it's got to be. We had the dream team, but
It's
we
more
had
than it was more than 13 years ago. So
It was a long. I think it was when we had Brett Favre. We had Brett Favre. We had Adrian Peterson. We had Sidney Rice, and we had the Williams Wall. Bam, that was the dream team. And then the Saints, bum bum bum, you fuckers, took us out, took Brett Favre out illegally.
yeah. Well, so 2009 was the first season that Brett Favre was with us, and that was the last time that they went 7-1.
Nice.
I think they ended that season 8-9, which sounds about right.
Yeah.
But, anyways, we're very excited. It's great. Also, just so people don't forget, we still have our Battle of the Sketches store up for our collaboration from last month. It's an awesome opportunity to support local comic book shops in the Twin Cities, as well as a ton of incredible artists from literally all over the world. They're one-of-a-kind sketches and or prints, and they're up for sale for ranging from $25 to $100 per piece. At least half of it goes to the artist. Some have decided to donate all the proceeds to help these local businesses, and then with the money that goes to the local businesses, we'll use that to buy gift cards and do a huge giveaway in time for the holidays, or just after the holidays. But yeah, we're really excited about it. So go check it out. It's at allthingsnerdpodcast.com, and it's right there on the navigation menu. Just Battle of the Sketches store. Well, yeah. You can
That being said,
oh, you can even buy sketches from Jake and I on there.
mm-hmm.
But we will be donating all of our proceeds
Yeah, we're not taking any money. We never do.
Yeah, we don't.
We put our money into the podcast, and that's it.
Yeah. We have a couple other supporters that give money as well, but
Yes, yeah, we do. Yeah, it's fantastic.
well, anyways, you already said the magic words, but let's talk about Ray's energy drinks before we get into talking about Titans. Fantastic energy drink, 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 crash. You've heard us talk about it for a long time. You might not hear us talk about it for much longer, but that's speculation at this point in time. Listen up, learn how to save 15%, and if energy drinks aren't your thing, still listen up because they have a lot to offer. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Ray's Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with 0 crash. Ray's Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, empowered by their refresh formula technology, Ray's Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Ray's Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
All right, friends. Not this. Yeah, obviously this week, but this week we are going to talk about episode 3, season 4 of Titans. Before we get into it, spoiler alert: 1, 2, 3. You had your time.
Also, we're a week behind, so you really had your time.
Yeah.
Everybody dies. Just kidding.
And I didn't do my homework. I did not do my homework. So we would normally be talking about both episodes, but I fucked up. It's been a busy week. Yeah. Anyways,
fine.
This is good. This one was super cool.
Yeah. It was. So at the end of episode 2, we watched the Titans just get their shit rocked from who we know is Mother Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel loses her powers, so now they have no defense against magic. So
her hair's white now.
Yeah, she no longer has her
jewel,
her dad, on her forehead.
She doesn't have
her dad's jewels.
Her dad's jewels on her forehead.
Sorry, that went on way longer than what it should have.
Go watch Instagram. It's funny, damn it.
But so
YouTube.
Dick Grayson has the idea to basically bring in outside help. Dick and Coriander go to the prison to get Jinx out to help against this magical force because Rachel doesn't have her powers. And what's the first thing that Jinx does?
Oh, she escapes.
Yeah, she's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Peace.
So Dick and Corey, track her down. Basically, Dick's like, well, when I caught her the first time, she was trying to steal this thing. So she never got a chance to steal it. That's probably where she's going. And they catch up to her, and it's like a little box that Corey snatches. She snatches Jinx's box, if you will. Sorry, Mom.
That wasn't even scripted. That's fucking funny. Yeah. We're funny, damn it.
Hashtag we're funny, damn it. I'm going to add that to our normal hashtags. Corey,
We got to make the T-shirt that says we're funny.
I
Damn it!
know I need to
I'm
work on that.
serious.
I think
Yeah.
that we're gonna have to commission someone to draw us first. Has to be someone from Battle of the Sketches. We'll get
Oh
onto that
hell yeah!
later.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to decide how detailed we want it to be, how realistic or fun we want it to be.
I really like the was it Jeremy that did the
No, it
picture
was yeah, it was Jeremy. Yeah,
picture of us as the witches from Wizard of Oz.
yeah,
That with "We're funny, damn it" underneath it. Done. T-shirt.
yeah. That might have to be what happens. But Corey opens the box and then she turns to stone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh. But while
Sorry,
she's in
Mom.
a stone, she has a vision, right, Jake?
Yeah. Right. No, no, no. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with. No, she's back in the diner. Um, that's all I got. So, no, you're gonna have to cut this and then like take it from there. I did not watch this
I know
episode.
you didn't. She's
Oh,
back in the
okay.
diner.
Back in the diner. Here's a prophecy about the red moon, and then I'll let you take it from there. Okay.
You're fine. So she turns to stone and she has a vision. Right, Jake?
Yeah, she's back in the diner, and she hears a prophecy about the red moon.
Yeah. Basically, it's a prophecy that she was told back on Tamaran. I think that's how you say it, or how they say it.
It's him right now.
Where it's along the lines of when the red moon rises, your destiny will be revealed. It's very like vague. She just knows that it involves a red moon
Mm-hmm.
and that she's supposed to be there.
The red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this day.
Yeah. On the third day at sunrise, look to the east.
If you know, you know.
Well, I'm pointing at Sam and Frodo, but
I don't have mine hung up yet.
it's okay.
Obviously, I'm in a remodel of my office right now, and I have not hung up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new things to hang up, and
Yeah.
I have not been able to hang them up yet. So
Yeah.
this will look very different in the
Oh,
next week.
hiccups. Good old hiccups.
Leave me alone, bully.
No. But because Corey is turned to stone, Jinx basically tricks Dick into helping her.
Typically.
Yeah. Gross. Jake. But it's to... He thinks that only the person that casts the spell will be the one that can undo it, because he doesn't know anything about magic. He's dumb.
Yeah.
He's not.
He
I
is.
actually really like Dick Grayson, but he doesn't know shit about this stuff. And Jinx plays on that. She tricks him basically to go and rob like a dark elf, but they don't look like the dark elves from Thor, mainly because Thor 2 sucked.
I thought the dark elves looked cool in Thor 2.
But they were like the opposite of dark.
Yeah.
Like I'm very white, and they were much whiter.
Well, yeah, they were very Targaryen, for sure.
Anti-dark in skin tones.
They were definitely House of the Dragon
White.
Targaryen. Yeah.
Yeah. But it turns out that
go to Instagram. Or not Instagram.
and that's twice you've done that, but
yeah, I caught it the first time.
Eventually I'm going to start doing better about posting clips. I just suck at it. Sorry, everyone.
It's okay. We
Thanks.
forgive you.
But it turns out that just Jinx could have undid the spell,
Yeah.
which she eventually does. And Corey like shares the vision that she had. But what's really cool about this entire episode is that, and really this season in general, is that
Dick
yeah,
Dick shows that he's a leader. He's a dick leader for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
you know he points them in the right direction, but like lets them do their thing.
He really stands up to the occasion. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh, but in all seriousness, that was one of the things that we've complained about in past seasons. Is he's like, we got to work as a team, and then he says, "Fuck it," and like goes off and does whatever he wants.
hmm
From the first episode, even with
and
Connor
then
going
gets
to
his
meet
ass
Lex,
kicked.
yeah,
When he does that, typically, well, it's not to interrupt you. I'm
no,
so
you're fine.
sorry.
No,
But when in the past, when he does that, he's like, "We got to work as a team," and then he's like, "All right, you guys stay here. I'm gonna go do things by myself." And he gets, I mean, fuck, last season he got killed. Like,
oh
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like he's kind of a dumbass. For a smart person, he's kind of a dumbass.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, back to what you were saying. I'm so sorry.
No, but like even going back to the first episode, like he's showing his leadership skills instead of just like laying down the law.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Connor going to meet Lex Luthor, he's like, "Hey, this is my experience. I don't trust the guy. I don't think you should do this, but ultimately it's up to you." And like he's giving the people that have saved his life for the past 3 seasons, like,
Connor, yeah.
yeah, their like their
It,
freedom to make decisions on behalf of the team and work as a team instead of him just being like an authoritarian.
and like maybe part of it is that they're getting older. Like in the first couple seasons, I mean, these kids, they're kids.
That's
They, you know,
true.
so he's like, "Fuck, I can't send that. Rachel Raven, she's only in the first season like 14,
15, yeah, 14,
15
15.
years old. You know, so he's not going to be like, yeah, hey, go take down that bad guy. You know what I mean? Like,
And even
so
though Connor is like a 20-year-old man,
yeah,
like he has when they first met him, he had a very limited like mental capacity for age because he's a clone.
mm-hmm.
And same with Gar. I mean, he's, you know, like he was started out as like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah,
And even with Tim now, I mean, they should be protecting Tim way more than what they have been because literally in this episode, he starts his training. But before that, they're like, yeah, come on.
yeah, hey,
You get our backs.
yeah. And he's like, oh, a weapon I've never used before in my entire life. Cool. Chink. Oh,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been really
Even though
dumb.
in the comics, Tim Drake is like a prodigy with the bow staff. So, like, I hope that they play that into it because even in the training sequence, you do see him actually like maneuvering it like a martial artist would. Like
Boy.
someone that's
Yeah.
like someone that's been trained that knows what they're doing, and it's like day one of his training. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. But as we've seen in the first couple episodes, Gar is hearing these voices.
Is the vision walk.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about, right?
yeah, exactly. But Rachel can't hear it or see it anymore because she doesn't have like her magic. So Gar like takes her hand and they take a stroll.
Yeah.
Sorry, a stroke. No, Stroll was right. Stroll was right.
Sure.
And what's really going on with that?
Well, I mean, the way that the show is going is that Gar's a skinwalker. Which is, I don't know. I would have to actually research that because I remember reading like the Titans comics when I was younger, but I don't remember that actually being part of the comic book.
I
But
think
yeah.
that's just more tying into like his indigenous background
Mhm.
because for Native Americans that like some select few had the ability to
Yeah.
transform into, like spirit animals and stuff like that. And they were called skinwalkers. And there's a ton of mythology behind it. I don't think that Gar actually is, but he's like hearing this calling from his ancestors and from beyond like the normal mortal plane, calling him a skinwalker because he has this ability. But he also sees a vision of the red moon, but it's very different from Coriander's. And it's, sorry, I'm not trying to like steamroll this, but it's
Go.
his is much more of when the red moon rises, there will be like pain and death and blood will flow. And
Lord of the Rings.
exactly. And Corey's is, hey, when the red moon rises, like, you'll know what to do. I got the padlock.
Inside joke. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. What's it? So, I don't think we mentioned it prior to just now. But Sebastian. Talk about Sebastian.
So, Sebastian, if anyone watched like Vampire Diaries or the originals, he plays Nikolai. But he's in this season, he plays kind of a weird, timid dude. He is like a taxidermist, but he created like a phone app and game that's just supposed to be kind of like based on like mind-numbing tasks, but it's supposed to bring people, I don't know, from what we saw in the past, it made no sense. He's like, I'm going to change the world. And it was like, you created a less colorful Candy Crush.
That's kind of what they said to him too. Yeah, like
yeah. But I guess the symbols in his game mimic like some of the ritual symbols for the was it the Church of the Blood is what they're called. Trigon's
Church
called
the Church of Blood.
Church of Blood, yeah. And he gets a phone call thinking that it's this tech company reconsidering putting their game out. But it's really just Mother Mayhem like mimicking a voice. So he goes to the office and then she uses her magic and the executive like kills himself. And Sebastian,
It wasn't her gok
no
skills. Oh, okay.
It wasn't her gok or her gluck gluck. Like neither of those were at level 3000.
It is gluck gluck.
I know.
God damn it.
I had to politely correct you on that.
This is why we make such a good team.
Yeah.
You fill in my gaps.
Well, there's only
Gluck,
a couple.
Sorry.
Would that be you doing the gluck gluck if I'm filling the gap?
Up for interpretation.
Vote now on Instagram. I'm just kidding. Who's the bottom? Sorry, that was probably not appropriate. But Sebastian is then framed for the murder of this executive. Mother Mayhem goes to him in prison and tries to get him to do like the chant that they do.
Gluck gluck. Yeah.
Yeah. The gluck. Gluck gluck. Gluck. 3000. No, there's like 3 mystical words basically. It's like Azeroth, and I didn't write them down and I'm sorry. I just remember Azeroth because that's the first one.
But the Titans rescue him from Mother Mayhem.
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 And that's kind of where the episode ends.
Mm-hmm.
And what's kind of cool is like Connor is really like he wants a rematch against Mother Mayhem because she bodied him.
Bodied everybody.
Well, yeah, but he took that shit personally.
Yeah. And I took that personally.
Thank you. I'm glad you got the reference. But so he keeps telling like Dick like, Just let me go. Let me go. I can take care of this. And Dick is like, no, we're gonna do this as a team. And then you see Connor like bust into the jail, grab Sebastian, and then run off. Yeah, gross. And then like they're waiting in the alleyway. And
Mhm.
Sebastian's like, "Who are you guys?" I was like, "We're the Titans." And I was like, "That's a little cheesy, but conveyed a message." And Connor, even though he's like eager to prove himself, especially like knowing how awesome Superman is being, he wants to like live up to that. But he's like, "This is a team. We're gonna do this." And Tim's
Yeah.
doing a, or not Tim. I mean, Tim's doing fine too, but Dick is really doing a great job of rallying them as a team because he hasn't, for the past 3 seasons until like the finale.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "We got to do
Always.
this together."
Every season. Every season. Ugh.
And it sounds like we're shitting on that aspect. It's just an annoying plot device that they've used over and over. And it looks
Mm.
like they're getting away from it because now they're exploring deeper parts of like DC lore. And I'm here for it
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
the Titans are fucking dope as it is. And the show is great.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need to be, we need to be a
It,
team. Okay, bye. Oh, I'm
it's
just kidding. We need to be a team
and
again.
it's cool that they stepped away from like teen Titan. Like all the comics, the cartoon, the everything is Teen Titans. I
Yeah.
like that they're not putting that in the title. It's just Titans.
Well, I mean, it never was from episode one, but this
Well, no, I'm
season.
just saying that in every adaptation prior to film
Oh,
has
yeah.
been
The Teen
like on
Titans.
paper it's Teen Titans.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they're like we're not going to make it about teenagers because Dick is like 20,
He's
30.
he's pushing 30. He's like
Push.
upper 20s.
Yeah.
Like, he can rent a car at a reasonable rate.
So
Like,
25.
yeah, at
25.
least.
Yeah. No,
I mean, everyone else is, like a young adult.
the show is really fucking good. If you guys aren't watching it, not guys, if you friends are not watching it,
You
go
all.
watch it. It's it's probably this might be one of my favorite DC projects that's happening right now. They're not doing great in the movie world, other than
This
the
is
Batman.
this is my favorite ongoing DC project.
Agreed. Yeah.
And I
Sorry.
really enjoyed, this is a little off topic. Like, I've really enjoyed like the Harley Quinn animated series that HBO Max has
Oh,
done. No, I wasn't going to talk about Birds of Prey. That
I
was,
was like, "Are you dumb?" That movie was garbage.
no, it was not great. Um,
Are you
no,
daft?
with a side of punk.
I
All around and no,
love Daft
I
Punk.
do too.
Don't you say shit about Daft Punk.
That's the best thing that France has ever done, except for baguettes and croissants
I do love a good baguette.
and real democracy. Not American democracy. That's not the same.
Shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah, Merca. Anyways, go ahead.
Yee. Oh.
Yeah.
But I mean, even with season 3 of Harley Quinn, like, it's still good, but it's not as good as the first 2 seasons.
Hmm.
Yet. I'm also only like halfway through it. It's whatever.
I
But
haven't even started it. So.
Titans is phenomenal all the way through. There's issues, but it's usually just like used as a plot device,
Mhm.
not so much the show itself. It's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Go watch it. We'll be talking about it more. It might not be like a weekly thing. We have other stuff coming up, but
We have a lot of. So we're
in the
kind of
next
like,
2 months, right?
yeah, it's like right now, we have some dead space to fill, but very soon we have more than we can handle. So it'll
Yeah.
be a good time. Woo!
And also, if we had planned a little bit better, that dead space might be filled with some throwbacks, which we really haven't done in about a year, since about this time last year. So
I would love to get back into a throwback. I got Nicole watching the Star Wars movies right now. Well, kinda. She
some of
watched
them.
one, and she watched Obi-Wan with me because I was like, well, I'm watching this with or without you. So and and she was like, this is good. I'd like to
We need to do
start.
a Star Wars throwback because
Yeah, that'd be fun.
fuck.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I will
Because it
inadvertently dominate that conversation,
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
but
Yeah. Good.
sometimes we
It,
like plan for one of us to talk more than the other because the other person doesn't know as much or isn't as passionate about it. And then we're like, hey, sorry for dominating the conversation. But like in the back of the scenes, we're like, good job, bro.
yeah. um.
But tell us
Yeah.
about
Oh,
our second sponsor.
our second sponsor
Unless you
is
have something
Raise
else to
Energy
say.
Drink. No, I'm just kidding. No. Second sponsor is Crybaby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on goddamn everything, almost
Mm.
everything. Don't put it on your Asian food. It doesn't mix well. But everything else, pizza, pasta,
Habanero and
yeah,
like a lot of Asian flavors just don't
yeah,
match well.
yeah. Literally. Anyways, listen up. We'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. All right, you nerds. So normally we do our honorable
R A R E
our
R A R R R R
GH.
Arg.
Arg. I don't know.
Anyways, what were you saying?
We normally do our honorable mentions at the end of our episodes. But we both watched a couple of things this week that we kind of want to talk a little bit more about. Also, there wasn't a whole lot going on in the world of nerd that we haven't already talked about.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Before we start, though, only because we forgot to mention it at the beginning because we didn't write it down. Jason David Frank passed away. It's kind of up in the air if he passed on Saturday the 19th or Sunday the 20th. But those of you that grew up with the original Power Rangers in the 90s know
He
him
was the
as
Pink Ranger.
as Tommy Oliver, the Green, and then the White Ranger. Not a lot is known about the official cause of death, but we just want to shout out to that and rest in peace. And we, just our thoughts are out to his family and friends and those that are close to him. So he was a big part of our childhood. So rest in peace, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in
I
peace.
remember the tune of that fucking flute.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, for
He's
one
brother.
of our honorable mentions that we both watched was Slumberland on Netflix, right? It was on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix, Jason Momoa. Shit, what was the girl's name? Because the only reason is we watched something else last night, and I was like, that's the fucking girl from Slumberland. And like
Oh,
her
okay.
breakout role was Slumberland, and then like she already had
Oh,
something.
well, her
Uh,
character's name is Nemo.
yeah. Hold on. You keep talking. Tell him that joke you know.
Uh. So this one time
That's
at
funny.
band camp, do you
Her
have it?
name, Marlo Barkley.
What else was she in? That name is so familiar. She was in something before Slumberland.
Well, no. So the other movie that I wanted to talk about tonight on the honorable mentions was Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. She's in that as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, not kidding. I'm not. I'm no kidding you.
Could have sworn that I saw something else with her in it though as well.
Probably.
No, guess not.
Yeah. Anyways, Slumberland. Fucking. It's a tearjerker. It's a tearjerker. It's from beginning to end. It's a tearjerker. The movie
It's
is.
pretty touching. It well, like emotionally,
I think.
maybe for you, that's where your tears came from.
No, no, no. It's a very sad movie.
It has
I mean,
the opening.
spoiler alert. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, one, two, three, fuck off, come back. Uh, it's very sad. I mean, she lives in a lighthouse with her father. Uh, he dies.
Played by
He goes
Kyle
up.
Chandler, who grows a gnarly beard.
He looks fantastic. Hey, for that guy's age, he looks fantastic.
Yeah, he looks
I hope
better
in, yeah,
with a beard, also, in
yeah,
my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
But I mean, you
agreed.
might know him from like
Everyone looks better with the
Godzilla,
beard.
King of the Monsters,
Mhm.
um, Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
But
What was the other oh God, what was the name of that movie where the train crashes and it was very much like the train crashes and like a creature escapes. He was like the sheriff of the town
well,
and
is
it's
that
like little kids.
Super 8?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was the dad in that as well. Yeah.
Oh, that goes back a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I fucking here's the thing. I don't want to go too far into it because it's kind of weird and I don't whatever. I'm estranged from my own brother, and this movie heavily dives into that where
Yeah, that
these two brothers are
dynamic.
not they don't talk anymore, and then the one brother dies. I said spoiler alert, it's your own fault if you
Yeah.
are still listening.
Kyle
Uh
Chandler gets lost at sea and dies.
yeah.
And
And
his
then
brother,
his
Philip, played by Chris O'Dowd,
mm,
with.
which is and he like it's actually I love him. I do,
I do too.
but him trying to fake an American accent is
It
hilarious.
is, but what was funny to me is the first part of the movie. I was like, "That's a really bad accent," and then as the movie got on, I was like, "Could they not have just like reshot like his lines from the beginning part?" Because as the movie went on, his accent got better. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Could you not have just like redone it, or at least done like ADR to like voice over those parts?"
Yeah. But Chris O'Dowd is basically the brother of her father who died. And
Yeah,
sorry, I have to do that every time. Uh and in her dreams, his lost portion of himself is portrayed by um
Jason
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa,
Yeah.
which is I really here's the thing. I love Jason Momoa. I really, really do. And I think he's a very attractive man. I think that he gets a lot of shit for being like because he's been portrayed as a very muscular, masculine man. And anytime he puts on a little weight, everyone's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like blah blah blah. Jason Momoa looks fat. Blah blah. I kind of think he looks better with a little beer belly on him.
I thought
Just
that the
saying.
dad bod on Jason Momoa.
Yeah, it
This is
was
coming
so
from someone that
endearing.
is very straight. I was like, damn,
I don't know if I'd say very, but you're straight.
pretty straight. But
Uh,
he looks good with the dad bod. He pulls it
yeah,
off.
I think so too. Yeah,
I mean, it's a
I think
Hollywood interpretation of a dad bod, like very
yeah.
minimal, like belly.
I don't
But
know. I've seen his like snaps or twat whatever.
Twitter.
I've like he's got a little bit of a beer belly, and that's okay. That's what I'm saying is like I think personally that he looks a little better like this rather than like I don't know. I
constant,
think
like overly ripped,
just
like,
like 6-pack abs. Like that's no fun. I want to drink beer and
and
like
that's
eat
his whole thing. Like
pizza
as a
and shit. Yeah,
personality, as an actor, he's like, I love beer, I
yeah.
love eating, and then what he'll do is he'll for movies where he has to be shredded, like he'll diet and
Mm,
get shredded, and then right before each take, he'll like down a beer to get like all that sodium and
hmm.
like fat into his system so that his veins pop.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
some people will
smart.
just like chug a Gatorade for the electrolytes, but
Yeah.
he'll be like, "Nah, give me a Guinness," and just
Or
like
like
glug.
Henry Cavill, like fucking dehydrating himself
Yeah,
so that his skin is like super thin and you can see more of the veins rather than they're not
yeah,
popping, but you see them more. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's whatever.
Actors
Anyways,
are
you
wild.
look great.
They're a wild
Keep that
bunch.
beer belly. Someday, maybe if we ever get famous, which I don't think we will, but I would love to party with that guy. Yeah.
I think if we get mildly recognizable, not even famous, but if we run into him, we're like, "You want to have a beer?" He'd be like, "Hell yeah, brother!"
Yeah.
Like,
I
he
need to
seems
throw an
like a cool
axe at
dude.
you or
Hopefully,
me.
just past me.
Yeah.
You know,
Just take an ear off on the way.
I'll Van
The
Gogh the
movie,
rest of my
the
life.
movie, the movie's great. It's very sad.
There's a lot of
There's
touching points. I mean, I mean, you mentioned it right away that Flip, who is Jason Momoa, and
mm,
Uncle Philip, who is Chris O'Dowd, are the same person. Just like they're waking versus dreaming, but they're
yeah,
separated.
it's go watch it. It's
The
hard to
plot
we
point
could
was not that plot point was not like a huge mystery.
yeah.
It
It
wasn't
was pretty
hidden.
obvious. Yeah,
The
I
movie
call.
is geared towards like a younger audience,
Mm,
but it's
mm,
still very enjoyable. There's a lot of
yeah,
emotion behind it, and it was a fun watch.
yeah, really
The
enjoyed
dream
that one.
sequences, I mean, it's very a lot of it
Mm,
is very CGI, but it's done in a way to where it feels like in that uncanny valley of like dreams where it's like, is this
mm,
real? Is it not?
mm,
Like it bounce. It's a great movie. I enjoyed
yeah,
it.
I really liked it. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, whatever.
I
And
didn't
I gotta say,
cry, but
I cried twice.
I teared up at a
I
couple of
didn't like
parts.
cry. I wasn't like,
The,
God damn you, Bernice. But like,
shut up.
no,
I didn't have
I
like
definitely,
tears leave my face, but I was like, oh wow, okay.
like I said, I have a brother who I'm estranged from. We don't talk. So, uh,
That
the
part
movie
hit.
is a very heavy. That's like the soul of
It's a
the movie
very
is,
driving point. Yeah,
yeah, and so it got me a couple times. It's sad. I
it was
miss my
great
brother.
though.
I love my brother. But yeah, we won't get into that. That's my other podcast. I cry into the microphone podcast. Look us up. Uh,
The All Things Brother podcast.
anyways. Where are we? Oh, what was the other one? Down to
Also on
Earth.
Netflix. Yeah,
Also on Netflix. Down to Earth, season 1 and 2. Um, season 1 came out a while ago. I mean,
and you had already
a
watched
couple years
that.
ago.
I hadn't yet.
Mm, no.
I got into a random kick of like, oh, I want to watch like documentary esque things. So like I watched a documentary, then I watched Welcome to Wrexham. I talked about both those things last week.
Mhm.
So then
Well, let's say
I was
the full name is Down to Earth with Zac Efron,
yeah.
and now our female audience is engaged.
Yeah. It's a good thing that this
Efron?
is happening
Zac
like
Efron? Ah!
at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
That was a bit sexist of you because like I would now flock to Zac Efron anything after
Well,
watching this.
that wasn't sexist of me at all because I also love Zac
Yeah.
Efron. So,
I was already a fan. I thought that he was underrated as a comedic actor because obviously like High School Musical.
Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors was great, but I thought that he was like underplayed for how funny he actually is.
Mhm. Yeah.
Even going into like Baywatch, which whatever you want to say about that movie.
Well, and
Um,
then what's the racist one? That fucking guy, Hugh Jackman. The musical. Help me out here.
Oh, The Greatest Showman.
Yep, that's the one. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I love Zac Efron. I didn't think I would love Zac Efron as much as I love Zac Efron because, like you said, High School Musical. And it
Yeah.
was like,
And
fuck
like
this shit.
from later projects, like I gained an appreciation for him, thought he was funny. And then after watching this show, I'm like, this dude is awesome.
Mhm.
Like, I think that he's an incredible.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool and then part of a team. Yeah, I loved this show. I powered through 2 seasons. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean,
A
16 episodes,
10?
and they're like
Yeah.
16 between the two, and they're 45 minutes each.
hmm
You know, pretty easy when you don't have a lot going on during the week. So
But
I powered
but
through it.
my God, I mean the show basically just shows you the whole basis of the show is showing sustainable living. It's about cutting your ties with the bullshit and the money and like how can you live without eating meat or cooking food without gas and like one of my
And
favorite
they still eat
now
meat and stuff like, or Zach does throughout.
yeah.
But
But
how do you do it
my
sustainably?
favorite episode, it was in season one. It shows for it's been years since I've watched the first season. I would love to go back and rewatch it. So I'm sorry I don't know the exact detail, but since you just watched it, maybe you can fill in for me. But they go to a country that they literally power the entire country by water turbines. Like
Oh, it's the Iceland.
you don't need electricity or windmills. They literally
It's
power
all
the entire country
yeah, it's
by water.
geothermal and hydroelectric.
It's the I mean, god damn it, this is what the show is about, is showing you that there are places outside of the United States because neither season has been here where everything is garbage.
They've had like
And
flashbacks to them like in New York with like little like almost like boutique or like
yeah,
almost fine dining places that is too expensive for most places,
yeah.
most people to experience. And then they go to a country where that is put to practice and they're like, oh, this is just normal.
Yeah, I mean, it is dumb. It is so dumb how the rest of the world is functioning better than we are. If we're
Oh,
the greatest
yeah.
country in the world, you know, why are we not doing these things?
Yeah.
It's insane. It is such a good show.
And it's
There's two
super
seasons of it.
respectful to like indigenous cultures and just like national cultures from
Yeah.
start to finish. Like that's the kind of shit that like motivates me. I mean, we're not going to get into it on the podcast. That's not what we are. But I mean, Jake and I have talked about it. Like this is like the stuff that is actually like exciting for living a life. And it's really motivating. It's really eye opening. And even like some of the things that they're doing with neither of us eat meat, but some of the things that other countries are doing within the meat industry to reduce those emissions that are so harmful to the world is incredible. Like in season 2 with the red kelp that
Cows, yeah.
kills like 80% of the methane produced from
Like,
cows.
why are we not why are we not
Yeah.
feeding cows this shit? They literally manufacture the food to feed cows, food that makes them not produce methane.
Yeah.
Like,
Or, you know,
why the fuck
80%
is
less, you know.
80% less? Yeah. 80%.
Yeah.
That's so much. And
That's literally the
methane is
same as if 80% of meat eaters or red meat eaters were like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat it anymore.
And methane is one of the things that's like killing this planet. So
Yeah,
like
that's
why
one of the
why would we
major greenhouse gases.
why would we not fucking
And it's a
do that?
sustainable
It's
growth produce. It
ugh.
creates jobs. It everything on the back end is doable and beneficial. It's
Yeah.
wild.
But you can't grow a AK-47 with that and
Yeah, but you can
America.
3D print them. Uh,
I hate it here.
yeah, it's not
Anyway,
great. It's not
we're
great
getting
cotton.
we're getting a little off
We're
topic.
getting very
Uh,
heated
sorry.
because this is
I
it's very inspirational. If you've ever wanted to like explore the world, care more about sustainability, care about the environment, like this is a show that you should watch.
yeah.
And
It's
it's a cool balance. I mean, the other host of the show, I forget his last
Darren
name,
Darren
Darren something. He's written a book. I actually bought the book because I'm just interested.
yeah.
He wrote a book about like superfoods and sustainability.
He's vegan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's vegan, so like
Which is pretty funny if
you
you watch the show because like
get a good balance though. They
nine,
go to
nine,
a lot of
90% of
farms,
the time it's Zac Efron eating and Darren's just kind of sitting there with like a smug look on his face, like "fuck you."
but they
It's
also
pretty
like
funny.
show a lot of great vegan dishes as well, which is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, this the environmental aspects of everything. This is a fantastic show. Is what
Go
we're
watch this
really trying to
show.
say.
First
Trying
two
to say.
seasons are on Netflix, and the second season is all in Australia, which is my favorite episode. Season two, the Great Barrier. Oh, I wish that was the thing. Great Barrier Reef. Uh, and they really explain how important it is that the Great Barrier Reef exists because we'll all die if that goes away.
Yeah, it
Like
kills so much.
it's substantial to the planet, not just like,
And how they're
oh,
trying to like rejuvenate it. And
oh,
I mean, this was season 2 was filmed mostly in 2020 during lockdowns.
yeah,
Australia definitely had a better lockdown situation than we did, so theirs was literally
yeah,
2 months instead of
yeah.
2020.
2 years.
Yeah, but it's the show is incredible, and check it out if anything from sustainability, less meat, environmental, or just cultural
Everything,
diversity speaks to you, or
everything.
just good food because they
You
show
can,
so much good fucking food.
yeah. But most of the food is like people who farm their own food and grow their own food, and then they make. I mean, fuck, man, I could go on about this.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I love this show.
It's go watch the fucking show and then come back and talk to us about it because it is so educational.
I
I
could talk
love.
about the show for like weeks.
Yeah, I could. It's so good.
I
Um,
literally took like 4 pages of notes about like things I want to try, things I want to do, like how to benefit the world. It's crazy.
yeah. I think the only other thing, just our honorable mention for the week, is Spirited. Will
I
Ferrell,
have not
Ryan
watched it,
Reynolds.
so Jake's gonna take over.
Yeah, sorry, Chad didn't watch it. It's Ryan Reynolds, and
Mhm.
um, and Will Ferrell, in a. It's been done over and over again, but it's a what do you call it? Like a
Retelling.
spin-off retelling of A Christmas Carol. Uh, so the Ryan Reynolds character, he's a businessman and he's kind of a dick. Uh, I hate Christmas personally, and I don't like many Christmas movies. It's worth a watch. I'll
Yeah.
give it that. I mean, if nothing else, put it on mute and just watch Ryan Reynolds. So, no, it's fun. There's
Pants
some.
not mandatory.
Big thing about this movie, it's a musical through and through. It's not like a song here or there. There's a number of songs in the movie. It's a musical. So there's that Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell musical. It's it's cute.
Sounds
Ryan
enjoyable.
Reynolds. Yeah. It was enjoyable.
I will probably watch it after the Vikings game tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry for burping,
Yeah.
everyone. Also, we have two things that are upcoming in the next. I mean, really, I guess it's 3 weeks, but it feels like two. Or if you're Jake, it's like a couple days apart. Only because after November comes February in Jake's mind. This coming Friday, so in 2 days from when this episode comes out, is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I'm really excited about it. From what I've seen online from, social media influencers or personalities that went to the premiere, it's a fantastic one-off story that still kind of fits.
Yeah.
And, I mean, fucking
And
Kevin
then
Bacon.
literally the next month, we get Quantumania.
Shut the fuck up. He just likes to make that joke because a couple weeks ago, I was very concerned about how he has or does not have the ability to read a calendar.
It's calendar.
But in all seriousness, a couple weeks after that, we get Avatar: Way of the Water, which is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Don't know about the story. I mean, the first Avatar film was Fern Gully or Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves.
if you will. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same concept, but it was visually stunning in the fact that came out 14 years ago, 2008, 2009.
Long time. Yeah.
Mind-boggling. Great looking film back then.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah, just glug, 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 glug. I don't know why I did that. You said mind-boggling, and I went with it.
Well, I went from
6 to midnight?
yeah. No, goddamn. Pineapple Express. Thank you. Sorry. Mind-boggling. And he's like, mind-boggling? And he goes,
Oh.
yeah. Like when your thoughts get all trapped in a bottle. Mind-boggling.
That's a good reference, and I'm really ashamed that I did not catch that. But, I mean, we get mind-boggling. And this one is based a lot in water, and just like with the first Avatar film, James Cameron, found a way to do so much filming underwater without losing color in the filming process and all that, as well as still giving realistic CGI. So,
I hope his wife makes another movie this year that beats him for an award. Because
what?
the when he released Avatar, the first Avatar, it was such a big deal, and everyone was like, "Oh, we gotta put this up for awards, blah blah blah." And his wife made a movie called Hurt Locker with Jeremy Renner,
That's right.
and she walked away with the award that year, and it was like a fraction of the cost that he spent on Avatar. Don't get me wrong, I love Avatar, but it was very funny.
And Hurt Locker was very good too.
Yeah. And then he called her daddy for the rest of his life. So
So we're going to go ahead and close out this episode, everyone. And we already spent some time on our honorable mentions, so we're not going to do that here. But we do want to remind you about the Battle of the Sketches store and gallery that is still up on our website. I know we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but seriously, go check it out. Get some really awesome, one-of-a-kind art pieces from incredible artists from all over the world. Please, please, please check it out. And while you are doing that, you're not only helping the podcast, you're helping these artists, and you're supporting local businesses, which is awesome. And if you want to support the podcast more, you can always find us on buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It's a great way to support us on a monthly basis. It helps us do more, give back more, and just keep doing what we're doing, but on a bigger scale.
Mhm.
Plus, you get some awesome member-only merch,
Yeah.
which is a really cool added benefit. Plus, some behind the scenes. We're going to start doing more and more behind the scenes and member-only stuff as more people join.
Mhm.
If you don't want to give monthly, totally get it. We understand not everyone's in a position to do that. But if you want to support us and you can give once, you can either do it through buymeacoffee.com or you can just buy some merch from us from our web store at allthingsnerdpodcast.com. It's a great way to support us, and you get some cool shit from it. And we'll be adding more, and we've been doing some seasonal stuff as well. Cool stuff, right? Or just like and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram,
Hashtag us.
hashtag us, tag
Yeah.
us in nerdy like posts. I mean, that's awesome as well. Yeah, or just share, follow, our socials. It's just a great way to support us. If either you don't want to give on a monetary value, we get it. I don't like to give to a lot of stuff either that I still like to support. But liking, subscribing, following, sharing, all that stuff helps as well.
Mm.
All of this that we do, I mean, we would do it pretty much either way, but it helps us just do more because we love doing this and we love sharing our opinions and all that stuff with all of you. So
Yeah.
thank you for being here at 90 episodes. And this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.